Hey guys, I hope you had a good Monday. I have an Elena Moore update and actually two updates. And one of them being that the autopsy has been completed by the coroner and they are still not much closer to finding out what happened to her. They cannot determine physically anything that would have been the cause of her death. So at this point now we're waiting on toxicology, which, as you all probably know in my true crime fam, that toxicology is the worst in terms of the wait. So we have to wait for that. However, they did say that there was nothing on her body, and no injections that they could see, nothing like that. And I would think medically, in most cases, you can tell when someone overdoses, even just visually on the scene. I'm sure first responders could have determined that. I know that she wasn't recognizable in terms of her face, I'll put it that way, when they found her. So I don't know, maybe that plays a factor in it too, but I don't know. I definitely am curious to find out the toxicology. However, the other update I have kind of ties into the first one, because according to an incident report that was filed, Elena's husband reported her missing on June 12th after she failed to return home when she was discharged, or when she left the facility after 2 p.m. And I guess it was arranged that she took a cab and all of that, and I guess he expected her to come home, even though we've heard that it sounded like they were kind of estranged or separated. I'm not sure, everyone's situation's different, so that could mean a lot of different things. It doesn't mean they weren't living together. But I think that it's interesting. We were told, it sounded as if when we were first told that the hospital stay was further back. And I had no idea that it was like right the same time she disappeared. I had no idea of that. Maybe because of HIPAA, that was not disclosed. Maybe the husband didn't want that disclosed either, which I can totally understand that. And however, so the friend that was interviewed on Brian's show, she had said that Elena had left the facility on her own, not that she was discharged. She was under the impression that she left early. So, and now we're hearing that, and I don't know the wording in the incident report. I don't know, how accurate the specific terminology is in terms of her leaving versus being discharged. To me, those are two very different things. But again, I am in the medical field. So to some people, they might not even think twice about it. They might just assume that you're going to be discharged. The hospital is going to let you go if you leave. But that is not always the case. It also depends, it sounded as if she was in there voluntarily. So she could technically leave when she wanted. So I don't know how he knew. So if she left, I don't know if she told him or what happened, but he was aware that she was leaving the facility, and he had expected her to come right home. She was taking a cab and then come home, only she did not do that. She instead went to the CVS. She went, and the cab driver said that she was just going to run in and run out, reportedly. So he was going to wait on her, but she never returned. He even went into the store to look for her, and he couldn't find her. So yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, I'm wondering if part of it, so if she was on medication in the hospital, I don't know what she was, using on a normal basis, but if she was on medication specifically in the hospital for her inpatient stay and then left and was supposed to be taking these medications, she could have some very serious symptoms come up in terms of her body withdrawing from it. A lot of antidepressants, a lot of anti-psychosis medications, like, they are potent. So I don't know if that happened, if that maybe withdrawal from prescription meds was part of it, or if she had like a heat stroke. I don't know. Nobody seems to know how long she was out there. The coroner, at least from everything I've read, they did not specify how long at what point she had died. So we don't know if she died that same day, or, how long she was out wandering around in the heat, not in her right mind, clearly disoriented. So I don't know. It's definitely interesting information, and I wanted to bring it to you guys. And we're just, unfortunately going to have to wait toxicology out, and hopefully we'll get some explanations with that. And I know a lot of people are still side-eyeing the husband, with good reason. Lots of times it is the husband, as we all know. But, so far nothing has indicated in terms of law enforcement. They've actually said he's not a suspect. I'm assuming they knew exactly, he could prove where he was. And if she did have all of these mental health issues happening, it clearly in that video we saw she was not aware of her surroundings. She was not, it did not appear she was lucid. And so, yeah, I don't know. But again, the autopsy didn't show that any harm had come to her. So I don't know. I digress. I guess we'll just wait and see. I will